Hi there, this is Shahnaza, or just Sasha, and this is a complete guide on Climate Science Olympiad. So welcome to the guide, and we're going to talk about everything that you need to know about Climate Science Olympiad and much more. All right, so this is the table of contents. This might look a little overwhelming at first, but I promise you, this is the resource that you can use to navigate through the video because there's going to be a lot which is going to be discussed. So first part of the video is going to be the basics, Olympiad 101. So this will give you the general understanding of the Olympiad. And the second part is going to be a detailed how-to, where we're going to go through the official website together, and we're going to break down all the little details, and we're going to see how we can prepare, how we can register, and all the other things that you might find useful. So first part, basics. All right, so Climate Science Olympiad at its core is a youth competition. So, and the goal of it is to solve climate change. So we have all these young people, um, they compete between each other for the best climate solutions. So we have the problem solvers for climate change. And the role of climate science and Climate Science Olympiad is promoting education, identifying and empowering young climate problem solvers. Okay, so let's talk about eligibility. So the Olympiad is for everybody from the ages below 16 and up to 25. So anybody from anywhere and everything, as long as you fit the age group, which is pretty big, you're a young person, you're eligible. So the age groups, so since we have so many people, different ages, people are separated into three age groups. The first one being 16 and below, 17 to 19, and 20 to 25. So the reason to separate them is that people are not compared to other people who are like significantly older than them. So 16-year-olds are not going to be compared to 25-year-olds. However, everybody is going to have the same questions, the same problems to solve. They're just like different groups, different age groups. And people can compete individually. So you come, you compete, you participate, and you can also participate in groups. Um, so a group, a team of two, either one person or two people. And I would highly, 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 highly suggest to participate in groups because actually most of the climate science Olympiad winners are in teams. And generally, it makes sense that you have two people, you have two times the knowledge, two times the skills, and everything. So definitely that's a good option. So the format of the Olympiad is fully online. There's four stages. All of them are online in form of multiple choice quizzes, and solution proposals to the problems that are going to be given. The languages of the Olympiad. So again, climate science main language is English, but the Olympiad, as well as the whole all the resources that climate science provides to prepare for the Olympiad, everything is available in 12 languages. So the first two stages, though, not all four of them. The quizzes, the multiple choice quizzes, the resources to prepare, all of that is available in 12 languages, including Russian, German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, lots and lots and lots. So for instance, if you're more comfortable with Russian, you can prepare for the Olympiad, you can pass the first stages of the Olympiad in Russian, whatever you choose. All right, so now the process and the stages. So the Olympiad consists of four stages. This might look a little confusing at first, but I promise you, it's very easy. when you get the logic. And the logic is the first two stages are very similar to each other. The third and fourth stages are also similar to each other. So let's consider the first part. So the first step, qualifiers. You're given 10 multiple choice questions. So all of this is multiple choice questions, meaning it's like tests. So question A, B, C choices, 25 minutes. And then you have quarterfinals, which is again very similar. The questions are more in depth. There's a little bit more of those questions, same time. So similar, multiple choice questions. Then you move on semifinals. Semifinals and finals, again, different level of difficulty, but they're very similar to each other. So this is not going to be tests. This is going to be a solution proposal, meaning you're going to be given a problem and you will have to write a solution. So you're going to write down a proposal to that solution. Yeah, and here's the word limit. Oh, no, there's no word limit. We're gonna go over that though. So a case study, a solution proposal. You're gonna be given 3 hours, all of that. We're gonna go through all these details in the second part. So then you have the finals, also similar. Um, Here the amount of people, 3,000 people and everything, and obviously through each of the steps, there's gonna be less and less people. Yeah, so very much similar to finals. You're given a problem, you have to write a solution and everything, but here you also have to present it. And everything, all the climate science information, all the Olympiad questions, all the evaluation of your responses, let's say grading of your responses, everything is science-based. It is made by scientists and it is evaluated by scientists. Very reliable. So now let's look at the prizes. Fun part. Okay, so prizes. These are monetary prizes, meaning money. Um, Here, so you have all of these people. So you have all of these people who went through all of these stages, and you have finals. The finals is where everything happens. Finals is where the winners, the different spots and everything are chosen. So let's follow this. So you have the finals. The finalists, the top 100 finalists are going to all be bronze medal. The top 20 is silver medal. The top 10 is gold medal. Got it. Got it. And now, after the top 10 comes so whenever you're in the top 10, that means monetary prizes. So the whole prize pool is $15,000, and all of this money gets distributed to the top 10 depending on their spot. So the first place gets $3,000. Second place, so it's either the person who competed, one person who competed, or the team together gets the money. So they're one spot because they're the team, you know? So first is $3,000, second place, $2,500, third, $2,000, fourth to fifth, they both, each of them are gonna get $1,500, and sixth to 10th place, they get $1,000, all of them, each. Yeah. So this is how it goes, and this is the most fun. This is the most exciting prize, in my opinion, because this is a trip to an annual United Nations climate summit. It is called COP. So it's an annual summit. It happens every year. It happens in different countries. So last year it was in um, Dubai, before it was in Egypt, then before that it was in Glasgow, UK. So different places. And this year, it is going to happen in Baku, Azerbaijan. Yeah, so the purpose of the top 3 winners going to the summit is that you are going to present your solutions. So all the solution proposals that you wrote, your solutions, you're going to present them in front of COP. So COP in general consists of lots and lots of people, and you get the opportunity to present your solutions in front of the governments of the countries whose problem you solve. So, for instance, you solve the problem of deforestation in the Amazon in Brazil, and you have the Brazilian government watching you. Sounds exciting, isn't it? And plus to that is that climate science team is going to be there. They're going to be there, and besides all the presentations and everything, they're going to arrange you the meetings with the experts, any experts that you want. And they're also going to conduct pre-COP training. So a lot of different activities on building your skills. Yeah, and another thing that I love is a very awesome long-term benefit, long-term prize is mentoring and support. Mentoring support by the climate science community, by the organization. So it is going to be a support for developing your career, hopefully in climate. Yeah, so you're going to be in the community of all of the Olympiad winners ever. You can get one-on-one support and mentoring on your career, on anything that you do, anything that will help you to excel in your dreams, let's say. And you can also access the network of climate science of all the other climate organizations, experts, and everything. So this is a very good long-term investment because it is in our interest, in the interest of climate science, to help the problem solvers, the Olympiad winners, to go on and solve more problems and excel in their career. Yeah, so important stuff, deadlines. Um, so there are monthly deadlines, so there's monthly registration, and make sure that you make it to this month registration. So this month's registration is April 30th. But the last qualifier, so the last critical last chance that you can register is June 16th. And make sure that you do not procrastinate at all because it is not just it takes time. It takes time to learn. It takes time to pass the Olympiad. I'm gonna show you how to do all of that, but make it to April 30th. Make it to the monthly registrations. And COP itself, the UN Climate Summit in Azerbaijan, is going to happen in November 2024. And here are some cool resources that you can use, that you need to use to prepare for the Olympiad. So the first resource, and I'm going to talk about it in the second part of the video further. The first resource is climate science courses. So on our website, we have lots of courses, the main one being the courses on numerous topics. So here you can see adaptation, clean energy, food farming, and everything. Also crash course that you can start with. So lots of information, which will like definitely help you, give you all the understanding that you need of climate change, to solve the Olympiad. And the courses, I'm gonna show them further. They're very easy to follow. They're really fun. And then goes a cool tip, Climate Science Quiz app. So the Climate Science app has the courses, but it also has all the quizzes on all the climate knowledge. And the tip is that a lot of these quiz questions are going to be the same questions that are going to be in qualifiers. So you don't not only practice similar questions, you actually can practice the same questions that are going to be there. How fun is it? Um, yeah. And we're in the second part. Again, we're gonna review all the tips and details on the website. So if you go on Olympiad website, if you explore the climate science website, there's lots of tips and links and everything which can help you. So follow through the second part of the video. And I'm also going to talk about the Olympiad Discord, a community where they help each other. We help you guys with your Olympiad and everything. So a good place to prepare. Lots of resources. Yeah, so this is a transition to the second part. Now we are going to talk about all the stuff I've been mentioning in great detail. It's going to be a how to do, how, yeah, pretty much. And I'm going to walk you step by step on everything. So be there. Okay, so we're here. Great background, I know. Now we're gonna go to the climate science website. Here it is. Yeah, so here, the main page of the website, obviously, is a very good introduction to what climate science is. So shortly, a climate education, not profit. We help to learn about climate change. We make Olympiad. Um, there. We conduct the Olympiad. We have the resources and everything for people to learn and solve climate change. So here are the resources. These two things, we also have school materials, but these two things are very important. So as I already mentioned, we have courses, great courses. So this is the crash course, 25 minutes. This will give you the basic understanding. You're gonna read this and you're gonna be, oh, I understand climate change. And then we have just so many courses on all the other different topics. As you can see, a lot of stuff. So you can, yeah, pretty much. All right. So definitely the place to go to prepare, to learn. And as I already mentioned, we have a lot of languages available. Um, so let's choose Russian, for instance, if that's going to be convenient for you. Um, Everything in Russian, translated, courses and everything. So a good tip. Now let's switch back to English. And go to the part that we're all here for, Olympiad. Okay, so this is the main page. It includes the basic stuff that I have already gone through, the benefits, the step-by-step everything, the 4 steps, and here are the same deadlines. So monthly, April, so in this case, April registration. You do it before April 30th. Last qualifier, June 16th. And the ceremony and everything, I've already gone through this. So basic knowledge enough? No, not enough. We want details. So we press to tell me more. And we go to this page. So same information, the ages, the languages, and everything. So let's start with, so here are the 4 stages that I already told you about. And this is a good resource as well. So FAQs, frequently asked questions. In here, if you have a question, most of the time it's gonna be here. So definitely read through this. And now let's look at every single stage in detail. So qualifiers, as I already said. multiple choice questions, like tests. Everything here is online, 25 minutes. Again, we see similarities, qualifier, quarterfinal, multiple choice, 25 minutes, all of that. Here. So format, 25 minutes quiz, you are gonna have 10 questions. You're gonna have 10 questions, quizzes, and the passing grade, let's say, is 8. So you have to get at least 8 questions right. And then you will be able to move on to the second stage, which is quarterfinals. The amount of attempts. So let's imagine you tried the qualifier, you didn't get enough of the grade. What do? You have 3 attempts. So you did the first one, didn't work out. Second one, not quite yet. Oh, okay. And you have a third one. You do it. So by that time, if you prepare and everything, by that time, I'm very much sure you're gonna get it. But if not, then there's a little tip called referral program. So you refer a friend to do Olympiad and you get one free attempt, another free attempt. So for instance, you failed the 3 attempts, you can get another one if you invite your friend. Fun. Yeah, so you pass the qualifier, and for all the levels that you pass, you can get a certificate. The certificate is really cool. You can actually open it up. This is what it's gonna look like. This is gonna be your certificate. And depending on the level that you go, the stage that you pass, the certificates are gonna be saying, good, you passed the stage. Yeah, certificates are always good, aren't they? And again, to prepare for the qualifiers, what do? We go to the courses that I showed you. And what else do? We have a quiz app. As I told you in the first part, quiz app has the questions, similar questions, and the same questions as the qualifiers. So that's the place to go. That's the place to practice. Learning courses, practicing the quiz app. Let's see. It's available for Android and Apple. So you can go and look at it. So let's see. We passed the qualifiers. Then we have quarterfinals, second stage. Very similar. Yeah, multiple choice questions, 25 minutes. But in this case, you are given, instead of 10 questions like here, you're given 15 questions. They're a little bit more complex. They're more in-depth questions. And the passing grade is 13. So you have to get the 13 right to pass. And after that, you're gonna move to semifinals. Yeah, so attempts. So here is a part that you need to just get. The attempts here. Okay, so let's see. You passed a qualifier, then you're referred to quarterfinal. Then, for instance, you passed from the first part, from the first attempt. You failed, meaning you didn't pass, let's say, quarterfinals. You go back, you retake the qualifiers, you have another attempt, and then you're again transferred to the quarterfinals. So as it said here, each participant will get 1 attempt for every successful qualifier attempt. This means if you don't succeed quarterfinals on your first attempt, you can use any other qualifier attempt to try again. So very convenient. Yeah. So preparation, again, same stuff, courses, the app. I'm gonna mention some other tips, some other resources. So stay there. Semifinals, again, as I already said, semifinals format and finals format is similar. Semifinals is solution proposal, so it is an essay writing. So the timelines are very, so this is not something that you need to think too much about after you pass all of these. You're gonna get an email. So essay writing, it's gonna be arranged. So as it's written here, the first Sunday of every month, so in summer, and you're gonna be invited to a semifinal, and you're gonna be given one of these three topics. Yeah, semifinals focus on themes corresponding to 9 topics. Yeah, in 3 sectors. So energy, green energy, everything you heard about it, development, sustainable development, similar to sustainable goals, UN, you probably heard about it. Natural systems, ecosystems, biodiversity, water resources, so all of that stuff. Yeah, so you receive the topics 10 days before, and you can do your research beforehand. So you're given this topic, and you're like, oh, I need to know more about it. So you do your research before. You write a proposal, so you write the essay. The word limit here is 1,000 words. You're given 3 hours, and you have to come up with a realistic solution for a problem. Realistic meaning that it is a good solution. It is going to solve the problem. It is economically feasible, which means, okay, well, if we do this solution, it's going to cost too much, so it's going to be impossible to do. So you have to take into account all the things that might prevent the solution from happening. So you have to make it realistic. So it is as if like you can take the solution right now and implement it. So think about that because you're considering real problems, so you need to come up with real solutions. Um, and all of these little underlined text is they're all little tips that you can look at. So complex set of problems. Let's take a look. These are sample questions. So again, these 3 topics, 3 sections. This is basically the type of questions that you're going to receive during semifinals. So all of these links, definitely explore the website, look at these links, more links, structure and rules, Olympiad structure, what it's going to look like, what are the times before the event, what you're going to do after the event, during the event, just like the logistics, what it's going to look like. Again, the sample questions, same stuff. And here are more tips, like tips that you can use before you attempt the semifinal. And here are the rubrics, the ones that the experts who evaluate your work are gonna look at and grade you. And now let's move to finals. Similar again, but you have less people. It's a little bit more difficult and everything. So 100, top 100 semifinalists. So here, a lot of people are passing semifinals. And the best 100 people are gonna get to finals. So as I've already mentioned, all the finalists are given bronze medals, the bronze. Then the top 20 is going to be silver, and then the top 10 is going to be the gold. Cool. And then the top 3 goes to the UN Climate Summit. So if you're a finalist, great. You are considered a winner, but then there's like a hierarchy. Winner, top 100, top 20, all that. So the format is also you write a solution proposal, you write an essay. Here is a little bit bigger, so the word limit is 3,000 words instead of 1,000, 3,000 now. And again, you are given a problem and you have to solve it. But now, besides writing the essay, you have to present your solution. So either just you, if you're participating alone, or you and your teammate have to present, do a 20-minute presentation, and you present it to, again, world-leading scientists, innovators, policymakers. So legit, real experts. Yep, so these are all the stages. Definitely look through it yourself as well. Lots of useful links. Oh, I don't think we opened this one. Yeah. Final problem statements, all of the stuff, similar, useful stuff. Check it out. So this is pretty much it for the stages. Now let's do it together. Let's register. Okay, well, I already registered, I think. Click. This is the page. That was the page. So sorry I cannot show you the whole thing. I have already registered through this account. So there they basically ask you your name, your phone number, what country you're participating from. Super basic information. I'm pretty sure you have already done it 1,000 times. And this will bring you to this page. ClimateScience Olympiad, this is your progress tracking. And here again, talking about practices, quiz app, courses, everything. We have already looked at it. And another cool resource to prepare is you're not the only one preparing. There's a whole community of people, of Olympiad participants who are preparing too. And there is a whole Discord with lots of people, 8,000 members, where they have events, where there are support channels, so you can ask questions. People share resources, climate science shares resources, additional resources that you can use to prepare. And again, there's also, besides Discord, there's also a support email where you can ask for help. Here is WhatsApp, there's email, and everything. Here are the qualifiers that I have already told you about. A qualifier. So let's start a qualifier together, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Team of two, if you're doing it alone, you're doing it alone. If you're a team of two, you just like hop in on a call, you just like come together and you solve it together. You are allowed to use the internet, everything. Okay, so there are questions like this, 25 minutes. Nuclear fusion involves the joining together of two atomic nuclei to form one larger nucleus. If joining nuclei are small, this reaction will release energy. Where does nuclear fusion occur in nature? The sun. And do you know where I know it from? The courses. There are courses. Let's think. Nuclear energy. Where can it be? In the energy section. So what do? We go to the energy section. You can read all of this, and again, courses have, when you go to a course, there's two difficulty levels, the simple one and advanced one. And I was reading the advanced one because I'm advanced. Come on. Simple one, advanced. So here is a lot. You don't have to read all of this. I did. So nuclear power. We're talking about the nuclear power. Where is it? Here is the nuclear power. and basically explaining everything, nuclear energy, reaction, and everything. So from all of this knowledge, I know that it is the sun. This is my email. So besides, so any Olympiad related questions, you have so many people to help you. You have the support email and WhatsApp that I showed you on the website. There is the Discord, there is that and everything. And if there's anything Uzbekistan related, um, here is my climate science email. And so this pretty much concludes our Climate Science Olympiad guide. So thanks for everybody for following through, and good luck participating, preparing. I believe in you.